On today's IRS tax refund update, we will take a look at the latest developments, including the next round of tax refunds scheduled for release this week. And from there, we will recap those ongoing tax delays, as well as an ongoing problem reported, impacting over 500,000 tax filers with refund delays, stretching as long as 2 years as a result. And from there, checking in on those 570 tax transcript codes and notices being sent out by the IRS. Starting out with the latest, as the next round of tax refunds is scheduled for release on July 2nd and July 3rd, as confirmed by the refund status result and tax transcript seen here. And while most will receive that direct deposit by the listed day, do allow up to 5 additional days for it to post to your bank account before initiating a payment trace. However, if you are receiving a paper check, you must allow up to 30 days to receive it in the mail before initiating that payment trace. Meanwhile, if you are still waiting on your tax refund at this point, your refund will include interest which started accruing 45 days after the tax filing deadline. And as another reminder, the IRS is no longer releasing processing numbers, as well as not reporting the remaining tax return backlog. However, we do suspect that the number is still close to 1 million unprocessed returns, which would include e-file, paper, and amended tax returns. For those still waiting on their tax returns to be processed and refunds issued, it does appear the most significant amount of those still waiting filed their tax returns during the first 2 weeks of the tax season, as noticed by the viewer vote results seen here, which was taken over the last week. Now it appears a significant number of those who filed during that stretch of time reported delays as a result of random ID and wage verification reviews, rather than a particular error or issue with the submitted tax return in question. The most common scenario for those still reporting delays is encountering the 570 and or 971 tax transcript codes, as well as receiving a notice from the IRS, such as the CP05 letter, informing the taxpayer the IRS needs an additional 60 days to review the tax return in question, while they verify items such as income and income tax withholding or even tax credits. One common cause behind the income verification delays is that the IRS has still not processed your employer or former employer's wage information, which is needed to compare to your tax return for accuracy. It is also important to note that your employer first submits wage information to the Social Security Administration, after which time they transmit the federal tax information to the IRS for processing. And this is confirmed by both the IRS and Social Security Administration. Now, as we have seen in past years, there often appears to be delays in the IRS processing this information once received from the SSA, which leads to delays for many taxpayers waiting on their tax refunds. But it could also signify a problem such as wages not being reported under the correct Social Security number or inaccurate information. To confirm the IRS has your wage information, to check your wages transcript on the IRS website, which is different from your account transcript which you would use to check your tax and refund processing. And if there is no information listed, you will want to access your earnings record by logging into or creating an account on the Social Security website and accessing your earnings record as seen here from there. You will want to match the taxed total earnings to what you entered on your 2023 tax return. If no information is listed on the Social Security website, do contact your company's payroll department to confirm they did report your wages accurately, as well as the Social Security Administration and the IRS. Now, many tax filers this year have experienced delays as a result of needing to complete random ID verification, even though they did not have any history of previous issues with their taxes. And this was as a result of the increased amount of fraudulent returns being filed, especially early in the tax season. Also, oftentimes ID verification is random, and many of you are chosen as a result, which is due to the fact that at the moment the IRS has a backlog of 500,000 unresolved fraud cases, leaving taxpayers without the refunds and credits they are owed. Unfortunately, to make things worse, is that the IRS is taking nearly 2 years to resolve identity theft cases, and these cases have actually increased since last year, as the record high claims being reported by tax filers. Taxpayers realize they have been impacted by this only when they try to claim their refund, leading to a long process in which they have to submit an identity theft affidavit and a paper tax return before the agency will open a case to investigate the matter. So again, even if you are not impacted by an actual identity theft situation, you can experience delays as a result of the IRS conducting random ID verification reviews due to the high numbers being reported. Let us know in the comment section below about your ongoing tax issue. In the meantime, we will keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.